Good day everyone, I'm Joland M. Sereño
Mary Jane Luna.
and we are from Baglag National High School and we're here to present our research paper entitled The Use of Scaffold-Knowledge Integration
Enhanced by ZPD context under K-12 pedagogical approaches in Mathematics 10. We have our rationale. First, in line with the RA 10533 Enhanced Basic Education Curriculum, the use of 5 pedagogical approaches, 2I, R2C, and its corresponding strategies. And second, with these 5 approaches, this study focus on the integrative approach using the scaffold knowledge strategy.
One, two, go.
What is integrative approach? Make connections of learning across curricula. Focus on connections rather than isolated facts. It aims to connect what is learned in the school to real life situations. Thus, it is more on developing problem solving and discussion of issues in the real world. We have our design methodology and approach. In this study, the 30 student participants undergo 3 consecutive pretests with 3 days interval between with no inclusion of the topic concerned. It was followed by the treatment period, wherein 6 lessons were introduced for 6 days without intervening problems. After the treatment, the post-tests were given in 3 consecutive times in the same manner that the pre-test was conducted. The time series design involves repeated measurements or observations over time both before and after treatment. A basic time series design is a method using the 3 series pre-test, intervention, and 3 series post-test. Intervention means 6 days teaching learnings using Scaffold-Knowledge integration with ZPD context.
Okay, for our findings, a paired sample t-test was conducted to compare the scores of the pre-test and post-test of the students participants. Here's the result of our pretest and post-test using t-test. Pretest number 1. As you can see, was a significant difference in the scores for the pretest 1 with the mean of 7.27, standard deviation of 2.82, and post-test number 1 with a mean of 11.80, standard deviation of 2.81 with a t-value of negative 16.043 and a p-value of 0.000. Okay, for pretest number 2, as you can see, was a significant difference in the scores for the pretest number 2. Mean of 7.77 with a standard deviation of 2.64, and the post-test number 2 mean is 13.17 with a standard deviation of 2.07 with a t-value of negative 22.260 and a p-value of 0.000. And for our pretest number 3 and post-test number 3, there was a significant difference in the scores. In pretest number 3, we have a mean of 7.23, standard deviation of 2.11, and for our post-test number 3, mean of 14.37, standard deviation of 1.43 with a t-value of negative 21.763 and a p-value of 0.000. For our results and findings, these results suggest that the use of the scaffolds knowledge integration strategy enhanced by the CPD context under K-12 pedagogical approaches in mathematics really does have an effect in the cognitive process skills and competencies among the grade 10 student participants. In addition to this, the percent of mastered competencies from series of pre-tests and post-tests increased significantly from 33% or 6 out of 15 items under mastery level, it turned to be a 100% or 15 out of 15 items were mastered. In view of the findings and conclusions of the study, the following are thereby to offer and disseminated. 1. Inasmuch as mathematical cognitive skills and competencies are concerned, the teachers as designer of learning process assures that K-12 approaches are being done in day-to-day teaching with his or her unique intervention plan. Second, insofar as instructional process is structured, then the teachers can make necessary and appropriate modification to meet the academic needs of the students. Number three, because the researcher views that every child is gifted, what matters is to cultivate their talent in the right directions. Thus, future researchers are encouraging to conduct similar study on different instructional strategies complementary to social learning theory of other constructivists like Brunner, Piaget, and Bandura in support for the K-12 pedagogical approaches which contributes to students' desirable performance. And last, since instructional methodology is already tested, enhanced by Vygotski's theory, the department heads may offer using the proposed instructional methodology in all subject areas.
Before we end this presentation, we want to give you a quote from Andy Hagritz and Michael Fullian.
It is what teachers think, what teachers do, and what teachers are at the level of the classroom that ultimately shapes the kind of learning that young people get. Go. Thank
Thank
you
you
and
and
God
God
bless
bless
us
us
all.
all.